I just had two minor issues, but they're germane to our particular group. Remember, there are multiple organizations that are creeping into our space, and the latest one is the Academic Data Science Alliance. Rob may know something about that group, but their academic conference is coming up in March in Arizona, and Rodney G being here reminded me of that. And so I put the link in chat, and this is the high-end group for those folks um, uh, leading the AI and academic data science, chiefly in academic areas for degrees and but other conversations as well too. The other thing I thought I would mention, maybe Rob can give a better update on this. Maybe Rob, you might know more about it, is the CID for the data science transfer model curriculum should be on the street by January. That's their goal. To be reviewed by everybody, including the UCs and the CSUs, for articulation agreements. I don't know if that'll happen in this academic year, but it could be ready to go by fall 2027. But there's still months of work to do, but the initial proposal should be out on the street. I don't know, Rob, if you have a better update on that, but I was just meeting with Berkeley on this yesterday, and that was the update. So for the academics, they're interested in a transfer pathway to data science, and it's really long overdue.
Yeah, I think I am on the committee. I'm not chairing it, and I think that's an optimistic timeline. I think
Okay.
maybe there's a draft, but it goes through several more rounds of. I think we were told something more like 2027 or 2028 for a. I don't recall the exact date, but it's still quite some ways away. But there is a draft. I mean, the committee, we are supposed to produce a draft that goes through the next stages. I think in January or so.
Thank you.
Still has a ways to go, in my opinion, but that's
Yes.
another story.
Question for Wayne.
Yes, Madeline.
What are your suggestions for the Arizona meeting for us?
Um, I we should well, there should be at least somebody at the national level other than me attending, probably. Uh, um, and it needs to be somebody from a top university that is offering at least graduate degrees in data science or AI, so that the AI was just added on in the last couple of months. It was traditionally just data science. So that we are learning about what this group is thinking about those degrees and pathways longer term, other than what we can read on a webpage. That's not a very sophisticated answer to your question. But I don't
Have
know
you
if I had.
tried to get somebody at the national level to be involved?
I think that's prudent. We don't want to give any more ground to IEEE and ASM or anybody else.
So a couple years back, I thought Kathy Enser was involved in something that sounded like that, which may be the big problem that, suddenly, we've been computing for 45 years, but suddenly somebody's in stat aware of it. Um, so it just, um, to get somebody at the national level, why don't you start with Kathy and see if she can pull some strings and get someone at the national level from the right university, or Kathy? That's
Okay.
my ever so humble suggestion.
Okay. That our thinking is alike on this. Yeah. Fine, I will do that.
Thank you for keeping your ears and eyes open.
Right, right.
Should I include it in the newsletter or?
No, I don't know if it needs that.
Okay. All right. Okay, let me share the screen real quick, and I just want to share the agenda real quick. So here is our agenda for the business meeting. So Alex, you talk about the past year. Alex was said, do I have to do it? I said, yes, with a lot of humor. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay,
then
I will.
wait a second. I'll talk about treasure stuff, my usual report, and then data. Yeah, I already Kevin joined. I saw Kevin joining. So basically, Rob said that instead of him giving another speech about DataFest, students will talk about it this time. And Alex, then you talk about the plans for the next year, and that's up for discussion as always. And then I'll say a little bit about like District 6 stuff, and then we can just, I don't know, I allocated 15 minutes to just talk, which is nice. And anyway, and each of us will have 15 minutes. We don't need that much, I think, time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
so it's all good, yeah. And so Alex, you want me to?
Yeah.
Then
Okay. Yeah.
I'll
Can
share.
you unshare your screen? I want to share my screen.
So
Yeah.
you have the slide, right? So you.
Yeah. Okay. I have slide.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
And
fine.
let me share the screen. Okay. Now can you see my screen? Just to make sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I will not take a long time. So and let's review what we have accomplished the whole year 2025. The kickoff is well, surprise. Our new our first new TV game show, Stat Therapy, and in this event, there are two teams: the expert doctor team and also the learner team. They all apply logical reasoning, statistic, and so on. To respond to the challenge. Okay. So at the end, the expert one, we have several judge. You have me. Who else? We have Ron. We have yeah, we have Ron. We have me, and okay, I forgot. So and
I believe it was Edward. I'm sorry. I believe it was Edward Pineda, no? Who was the judge?
Yeah, okay. So we have
Yes,
three
Edward.
judge. Yeah, Edward. Okay. So they receive real-time feedback, and at last the expert team won. But this is America, so everybody walk away with trophy, membership, and a trip to the Huntington Library tea room. It's nice, I never been there, and also we can walk around the museum, the garden, and uh, then here you can see there are some recap from the recap from stat therapy, and I think this happened in LACC, right? City College, right here. Uh, uh, and in March we have the regional SCASA statistic data visualization poster competition. I believe we have seven plus entry. And this year, the first winner present a beautifully built model on predicting autism spectrum disorder. And we invite the winner to give a presentation in our April talk. And also, the winner can submit their entries to the national contest. As Rebecca mentioned, some of this poster won the national award. Okay, you can see this is so beautiful. Oh boy, I'm so impressed. And we have a panel of judges, and we are all impressed. Okay. And then in April, we have the annual PyStack workshop. And the workshop will cover everything from randomized trials to non-parametric method to semi-parametric regression to causal inference, and plus as mentioned just now, we have a time slot for the poster winner to present the finding. So the last part is the best. Why? Every workshop I look forward to the raffle because I love books. But I did not win any book this time. Yeah, you know what? It's funny that quite often when Olga use the Excel, the random number, do it, then some say, no, you know what? It's not right. But actually, we have been doing this for 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 a decade. So I believe the Excel formula is right? You know what? The Excel formula isn't right when I cannot win. Next time you make me win. And then Anna. So she has already shared with us about the detail, and I will not repeat her detail. We have the traveling cost, statistic, and AI in mental health, and so this workshop has been repeated in several locations, and this is in Pasadena, and also this one is in Missouri, right? Is where? Yeah, in no, in Mississippi. Yeah, uh, and yeah, here you can see, the photo taken. That's all. Just 5 minutes.
Okay,
Thank you.
very good, very good. Guys, if you have questions,
Okay, so for question about the poster, please talk to Rebecca. Rebecca, for question about the traveling cost, please talk to Annie. I mean Anna.
but don't ask Alex anything, right? That's what he means.
Yeah, you asked me about the YouTube channel and also my data science machine learning newsletter. Yeah.
Or your photography.
Oh yeah, or ask me about photography. Yeah.
I can let you in on a secret because we usually spend $1,000 of stimulus money, right, on books for
Yeah.
the raffles. And this year, because we had because it's usually applied statistics workshop, we do raffle, and then during the traveling course and the kickoff. But traveling course was like more general audience, so we couldn't do like stat books. And this kickoff, I thought it would also not be appropriate because it's wider audience. So, but I didn't want to the money wasted, so I did order 15 books, and ASA let me. I bought 15 books, spending $700. And so we spent all of the stimulus money this year, but those books will roll to the next year.
Mm.
So I have 15 books, Alex, for you, 15 chances to win. Okay?
Next time.
But I'm not sending them to Hawaii because it's more expensive than the book itself, right? So you have to come in person.
Or you can send me the Kindle version.
No, Kindle, it's not that. It's not, I mean, yeah. It's not the same, right?
Hmm.
Your silverfish won't be as happy, Won't
Well,
have anything to work on.
I prefer ebook because when you when you have when you have hard copy, then you need bookshelf, you need space in your house.
That's true. Okay. So so next presenter. Just give me a second. So next I talk, right? So I talk next. Just give me 1 second. I'll share the screen. This is my slide. Okay, so this time I rounded all the numbers. Last year I did like all the including cents, and it's harder to see. So basically it's like this. Last year's balance was like 22,500. This year we overspent a little bit, so we're down by whatever, is it like 17,000, 1,700, right? 1,700. But it's okay because what we did, you can see we had so unusual expenses were the game show we sponsored, and Biostat Symposium was big expense. So this is not gonna happen next year. We don't need to sponsor Biostat Symposium anymore. So we're not gonna be spending that. But poster contest is our usual expense because we give monetary awards. And DataFest, that's we sponsor faithfully. So this is fixed expense. Traveling course also because it was in person. So basically and we owe ASA $500. Plus it was part of it was in person, so we had to pay a little bit for like lunch and stuff. But we did get registration about $700. So part of that is we got back that money. The big expense is the applied statistics workshop, because this is kind of philosophical question. Because if we do it online, then we pay only royalties, and Amgen covers that, or almost all of it. But if it's in person, then so the royalty was $1,000. We used to pay like, I don't know, 600. Now it's like nobody's gonna bulge a finger. Like you need to pay at least 1,000. And also the travel expense was like at least 1,500, like flight, hotel, everything, meals. Everything is more expensive now, plus lunch, plus everything. So it does amount to this. We were able to collect about $900 in registration, Amgen sponsored, but it doesn't cover it. So basically that's kind of eats up our budget. We still have some money just for the applied statistics workshop, because it used to have its own bank account and we consolidated it. So but anyway, so that's something to think about. It's maybe we hold it in person once in a while, we hold it online to fix our budget. Anyway, so that's something that we can discuss. So so this SCASA membership, we kind of get pretty much fixed, 2,500 every year. We have roughly 250 paying members. We pay $12 when we renew our ASA membership, most of people, and pay $12. ASA takes $1, so we get only $11 for each member. And so that's that. So that's roughly, this is kind of a steady inflow. 2,500 is a steady inflow. So that's that. That's where we're standing. There is one thing that kind of, I mean, we're still okay with the budget, and it seems like we are operating like under 10,000 every year. So somebody raised that question before. It's basically, look, we have 20,000 sitting in the bank account. We really need, our budget doesn't ever go beyond 10,000, right? We don't need. So what about this 10,000 that are just sitting there? Can we just buy a CD? And so officially it's not allowed, right? We're not like, because we're nonprofit, we're not paying taxes. So this officially is not allowed. I know that some people do it. So if you have means of doing it, maybe we should try, but I don't know. So if you know a way to do it or something that, let me know,
Well,
because
sorry, Olga, are there any official rules against it? Do you know?
yes, because nonprofits were not allowed to, money should not be raising money for us because we're not paying taxes at all. But my understanding is that, for example, if I write a check for myself for $10,000, put it in and buy CD with it, then technically I have to declare it as my income and I have to pay taxes on it. So I think still we will be in some on the plus side, but is it worth it, basically? So I don't know, but it's not, it's not something that I would want to try, but I know some people do it, like they have the chapters money they constantly uh, deposited somewhere, but I don't know. Okay, but something to think about.
So you're like saying it's transferred to an individual and then the individual handles it?
I don't know, but people do it. Okay, that's all I can say.
Oh.
Because I was thinking maybe if, like, for example, right now I'm trying to make a nonprofit for myself for the work I do with high schoolers. So
Mhm.
potentially, if you have a nonprofit, then maybe you can then transfer it into your own nonprofit, and then you can buy a CD or something. And then I don't know.
I like the creative thinking.
Anyway, so that's that. But that's basically the plain kind of fact is that we have $10,000 that are just sitting there. And but our budget is healthy, and it's like because other chapters don't have even that much money. It's yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's that. And I will stop sharing and just give me 1 second because the next it's the uh, uh so Kevin and Sal are talking about UCLA, and you have your own slide. I have a slide, but the links are not.
So Olga, are we going to loop back and have some more comments on the budget?
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, if you want, we can talk now because we have time.
Well, if maybe Kevin doesn't want to hang around.
Um,
I was just, that what's wrong with upping the registration fee for ASW when it's in person because they're getting lunch. And then you could just do a kind of an averaging forward of, every 3 years you have it in person and the other 2 years you have it online. So you at least are breaking even. It's just some ways separate. And I see that Neil is offered to check with the tax attorney, which I think is a superb idea to deal with whether you can have some interest earning account. So anyway, that's my 2 cents worth. Thank you.
So I'm confused. I mean, like if it looks like last year we lost $2,000, and I mean, if that's the case, if that continues, we only have 5 years, and that $10,000 is gone. Or are you saying that this was an exceptional loss?
That's an exceptional. No, because I think there was extra expense. It was a game show, and so it's 1,600. So basically, we lost money there. So if we just operate the way we are, we're not
Well, I
gonna.
was looking at your inflows and outflows, and there was
Yeah. But the difference
yeah,
is 2,000, but
yeah,
it's 1,600. It was unusual expense of
yeah,
game show and biostat symposium.
yeah,
So if we don't do those, then potentially we can stay afloat.
yeah.
So it's kind of, yeah.
I still think, as a matter of policy, it's better to spend that money than to keep it or invest it. We certainly have lots we could spend things on if we chose to.
Yeah, but then we're putting ourselves in a precarious position, right? If we start
So
spending
what? I mean,
like crazy, like crazy.
well, we're not in a precarious position. We're a nonprofit. We get dues every year. We have very few expenses. We can change our expenses. I mean, we shouldn't go down to zero, but I don't, if we have so much money, we're talking about investing it and risking it, we should be spending at least some of it on additional support.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. My vision was to have some kind of scholarship
Yeah,
or
yeah,
traveling scholarship for
that's a great
students.
idea. Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, Olga.
Yes, Rebecca.
I'm on the phone, so I cannot turn the video. So the thing is, I think the main thing is the spending for ASW. So if we invite local speaker, it may reduce the cost. So that's one of the things we can consider. Last time, I mean, the speaker cost a lot of things. So if we eliminate that kind of spending, then it help, and then we can have more time to help students. For example, we put more money on DataFest, all kind of things. I think it's valuable more than we put money on the speaker. We have a lot of excellent speaker locally.
Yeah, but Rebecca, so I think the idea of the applied statistics workshop is to bring somebody out of state. That was the whole idea of the applied statistics workshop. But local speakers we would invite for the kickoff. So basically, I think our options are either do it in, so I mean, I think good idea would be just to do like a couple of years in person and then 1 year online to fix the budget.
And we can increase the cost a little bit on the attendee. Say increase $25 something. It may
We
help.
did get some, like we did, I mean, well, like $50. We charged, I think, $50, and we did get in $900 registration money. We kind of offset the cost. It's maybe just me, you know. I mean, I'm trying to like say no to, you know, a big expense and keep us all on budget, but
I mean, to me, I think the money, if we put more on student, I think it's more valuable.
I mean,
Yeah.
definitely. I'm like so pro student person, and you know,
Mm.
if I could spend all my money just on students, I would do I would do it. Because that's the future, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, so okay, so I think we can continue later to talk about it. We will have time to discuss things. So Kevin, tell all yours, take over, show your slide. And
Hello, thank you for having me. I'll go ahead and share my slide now. Are you guys able to see it okay?
Yeah, we are.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
all right, perfect. So, hi everyone. My name is Kevin Bear, and I'm here with my co-chair Sel to talk about DataFest at UCLA in 2026. I imagine that many of you are already familiar with DataFest because of Professor Gould and because of his great work. But I just want to give a quick overview that DataFest is the largest data science hackathon on the West Coast, with approximately 500 students competing over 48 hours from a Friday to a Sunday. This year it will be in early May. And many students refer to DataFest as one of their favorite parts of the statistics experience here at UCLA. So we're really super happy to be able to put this event on each year. And that's thanks in no small part to the work of, this statistics community here in Southern California in the ASA, and all the hard work from our professors at UCLA, and then our student committee, which Sel and I chair. And now, as always, we are seeking community assistance and putting on the best possible DataFest. And I think it will come as no surprise that there's two main ways in which you can do that. So the first way is by donating money, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But I'm also going to toss it now to Sel so she can talk about donating some of your time to DataFest.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that mentors are a really big part of DataFest. I think more than many people would expect. I participated in DataFest last year, and when we worked on the really large real estate data, I had the opportunity to speak to a mentor who actually works in consulting. And she helped me like digest the problem and understand what my goals were. And she asked me questions like, why are you coding this? Does this actually help solve the client's problem? Which are things I never really had to consider outside of a classroom setting, which honestly, her advice was what like carried our presentation and project to the end. I also just wanted to like point out that I feel like more and more these days when students hit a roadblock, the instinct might be to like paste the error into like ChatGPT and see what like the AI tells you to do. But even sometimes it might work or sometimes it's entirely wrong, but always the process disrupts like the learning process, which is kind of like the point of DataFest and skips the understanding aspect. And so mentors are really important because they're there to help them walk students through the logic, just like my experience with the consultant last year. This way, like mentors are actually, like students can help learn, mentors help students learn by sharing their lived experiences and like the expertise that like the AI doesn't have. Like generally, I would say in my experience, and also speaking with other students, I found that like the difference between a student who like kind of gives up or drops out of the hackathon or someone who makes a breakthrough is just like that 5-minute conversation with a mentor. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. Kevin, did you want to add anything else?
Yeah, for sure. So, our mentors are a really big part of our students being able to kind of change from learning in a classroom setting to learning in a kind of more presentational environment. So, one of the things that I think makes DataFest really special is that the students give a presentation with 1 or 2 slides for about 10 minutes. And most of our students, this is one of their first times getting up and speaking in front of a large group of their peers, in front of judges, in front of professors. And that's a new skill, especially, for us statistics people, so that doesn't always come super easily. And so it's really important that these students are kind of getting an opportunity to talk with people who have been there before, have been in their shoes before. And so the mentors are walking around the presentation room, kind of answering questions, giving feedback, and preparing the students for then when they have to go and pitch their presentation and their ideas to the judges, that they are well equipped to do so, that they know like what questions they might be asked. And we really are hoping to get some mentors from this Southern California ASA chapter, and anyone that who might be interested in doing this. We have a link on the screen here. And hopefully we can get the slides sent out so that everyone can have access to it, or you can type it in and get it. And Sal just pasted it in the chat. That's great. So and then basically we also have an opportunity if there are companies or if you individually would like to support the event financially, that is always appreciated as well. There's another link there where you can give money to DataFest, and then some people are more interested in being a judge, or maybe there's another way you feel like you can help out that I haven't talked about here. Dr. Linda is one of our professors here at UCLA, and she has kind of taken over Professor Gould, and sort of kind of the very minute details, and Professor Gould gets to walk around and look cool and be our kind of spokesperson, which is wonderful. So Dr. Linda, her email is on the screen as well. So if you have any kind of more specific questions, or a different kind of thing or way that you feel like you can help out best, then I would recommend reaching out to her. Yeah, I think that's all we've got here. We're happy to answer any questions that you all have. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for sharing with us.
Thanks, guys.
If you have questions, please. We're all pretty much involved in it. Like I judge, for example.
Yeah.
Harsh judge.
I guess to piggyback off of what Professor Gould said in the chat, there is a sort of job fair / ability for students to connect with sponsors and also companies at DataFest event. And one of the things that Kevin and I are looking to do this year as like co-chairs is to sort of organize a more like intuitive and maybe even like separate way for like students to like interact with like the sponsors, because I know we got some feedback on that last year, and we're thinking about some ideas to implement in spring quarter.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank you, guys.
coming. Yeah, it's always nice to hear students' opinion.
I've been a judge for many years, and Rob, I just RSVP'd to Linda today. That's Wayne, by the way.
And Rob, don't forget to invite me. Rob, once 1 year you forgot to invite me, and I was like, okay, I'm not the one. Like, what if I'm not needed? I'm not wanted. So I didn't want to intrude. Turned
Glad
out
to
to
hear. I
be
never know if
horrible.
I'm I sometimes rotate through people so that I don't wear out any welcomes.
Oh yeah.
Well, just send a note to Linda. They're on the screen.
Okay, all right, I
Yeah,
will.
you can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Linda's actually the one who knows what's going on.
I'll write a check. So you won't, if you don't invite me, I'm not gonna write a check. Put any numbers on that check, right? I don't
I
know.
have one comment. Sal talked about students dropping out. Two examples. 1 year, a team I worked with, I really thought they were doing quite well, and I guess they just panicked, but they hung around long enough to find me and thank me and tell me that they learned a lot even though they were dropping out. And then a second team kind of panicked and didn't really get their analysis put together, but they made an amazing presentation simply by kind of going with the outline. So if it looked like they knew what they were doing, they just didn't have the details. So mentors help in lots of different ways.
Yeah, Stella, it was really nice to hear you say that because I think when we were smaller, we used to have zero attrition. As we got bigger, it got bigger as attrition got bigger as well. And almost always, people who drop out, they stay and watch the other presentations. They think, oh, we could have been better than that. We did so. Those mentors play a really great role if they can, in the cases when they can keep teams in.
I also will say, I think about half of the teams that make our final presentations have at some point told me or other people that they were considering not presenting for whatever reason, or they were tired or they weren't sure about it. I think it does really go to show that, part of a mentor role is kind of encouraging the students to keep pushing and to do their best, and that those students are often very successful.
I had also a suggestion, like maybe spending like 5 minutes just talking to the teams how to present, like what a successful presentation would look like. Maybe a lot of teams would be more relaxed, kind of, because I've been judging for long enough. I know that if teams say like nobody is missing, right? Everyone is up there. Nobody's blocking, like the way people treat each other, they would say. And then next, my friend Bob will talk about like next slide. The collegiality, the teamwork, we can see that nobody is blocking, like standing in front of other people. Just basic stuff. And then students will be much better presenters, kind of, and will be maybe less stressed. So I don't know. It's if you have this opportunity, because you do get a chance to talk to everybody, right?
We have done that before. Well, I mean the mentors don't really get a chance to talk to everybody, but we have had that before, and it is helpful when we can do it, but sometimes it happens.
So it's not like there's sometimes one student dominates and talks
yeah.
for everybody. It's not, it's better to just like the teamwork matters, I think, for judges.
Yeah.
So it's basic stuff, and then everyone is basically knows the rules, and they they're in the same boat, kind of.
I guess the last thing I'll say on mentors, since everyone here has either done it or been there or judged or something, if you could help recruit other people, sometimes mentors are a little intimidated and they'll say something like, well, my field is really X and not Y, and so I'm not sure. And it doesn't matter. Almost always, as I think both Kevin and Sel alluded to, what they're looking for is strategic help and emotional support and a listener, a sounding board, and a lot of people, even if you don't speak Python and everyone is coding in Python, you still are a good sounding board. So if you can help us recruit mentors with that in mind, that's helpful too.
So even if somebody doesn't understand the statistical methodology that's used, they can still be is it a judge or a mentor? I forgot. It was
A mentor. Yeah.
meant.
Yeah, I mean, I think, the mentor should have some understanding of data practices writ large, but that understanding might be more computational. They might be more computer sciencey. They might be applied statisticians. They might be theoretical statisticians. They might, maybe one year the problem is time series oriented and they aren't that strong. I don't, whatever it is. I guess what I'm saying is the technical things rarely come up in talking to students at their teams. Sometimes they get stuck and technically, and always there's someone who can help them somewhere. But mainly what they need the help on is the big picture and the strategic planning and sounding board sorts of things. A lot of the students have never solved big problems before, and so basic advice like break it down to something small, which is something that everyone knows until they have just 72 hours to throw something together and working under pressure. So just giving them advice like I think like Sel was saying, like someone who just says like, well, how is this helping your problem? You sometimes get so involved that you don't have someone to help pull you back and make you look at the bigger picture.
Got it.
Can you get all your like graduate students, master students, PhD students being mentors? Give them extra credit or something.
Oh, almost all of them do, yeah.
Extra pizza. So you actually do have a fair number of mentors, not just like really scrambling every year.
Oh, I mean, we have a fair number, yeah. I mean, I think we had what do you remember, Kevin or Sel? What I mean,
I think a rough number would be like 50. I mean, I don't know off the top of my head, but that would be a rough number for, and then they take turns, people come for different sessions and stay for an hour or two, and then throughout the course.
Yeah, I think we had like maybe 80 sign up, and not everyone who signs up comes. And of course, we have fewer in the middle of the night and late at night and early. But I think again, it's a great opportunity for if you have a business for recruiting, and it is, and lots of students do get jobs and internships from it. So that's how when we're speaking to our friends and colleagues who have businesses, I always tell them that where else will you get a chance to watch students working on a real problem in a team under time pressure? You really kind of understand which students would be a good fit for your business and which might not be. So
also you get to learn a lot from the student presentation. So I encourage everyone to stay all the way through the end. Olga, one last comment. Maybe Rob can comment on this too. I guess it's just financially, it's been probably $500 for a while. I don't know the numbers in front of me, but we're in inflationary times, not deflationary times. And I'm sure UCLA catering does not absorb the inflation. And with all those judges and mentors, they feed us too. So I'm just thinking if the 500 could move to 550 or 600. I mean, that's not a recommendation, but
bigger number.
Yeah.
Maybe even a bigger number,
right?
just only to cover COLA. Not that our salaries are COLA, but Rod's being nice by not asking. But I think the truth of the matter is there's probably slightly more money could be more useful, especially since this is really a flagship SoCal activity that's gone national. That's all.
Well, thank you, Wayne, and I did not ask him to say that ahead of time. But I will say, I mean, we appreciate the money and we do need money. It costs roughly $50,000 to throw it every year. And we're UCLA and the other universities are in interesting financial positions these days. But we do get a lot of support from the campus now that we didn't used to get, which helps with that quite a bit. We do need every dollar we can get. For example, last year we cut way back. We used to give the students kind of like unlimited snacks, like candies and crackers and things during the weekend, and we no longer can afford that. I mean, so So, you know, it would definitely be helpful if it were higher.
I vote for 750.
I'll second it right now. I'm on the board.
I'll abstain of.
It's a business meeting. I mean,
Well, we will have more time at the end to discuss all of that. But thank you, Kevin, Sales. Thank you for, I mean, you're welcome to stay. I listen some more of that.
I have very much enjoyed the presentations that I have seen already from Alex and Olga. So thank you guys so much. It was a lot of fun to come, and thank you for taking the time to listen to us. And I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you at DataFest in May.
Okay, see you.
I second that. Thank you.
Thank you. Alex, you have your own slides for the next year.
Okay, actually, I don't have slides. So I will show some website. And the first item on the list is about the statistic. Sorry, the biostat symposium. And for more questions, please contact Eric. So I want to talk about the 2026 poster contest, and you can see the detail on this website. So it seems to me that everything remained the same, right? So you know, I have already sent out the email invitation to to all the potential uh, student who may submit an entry. Okay, so but before we have virtually everyone will get a trophy. Yeah, so last year we have 7 entries, you know, and we have top 5 winner, and hopefully this year we'll get more entries, but still the chance to win is high. Okay, and so I don't, and also I believe we'll recycle the same rubric, right? Yeah, we've been using this. And I have no objection to continue to adopt the existing rubric. Okay, any objection?
So, hello,
Yeah.
Alex. So the rubric, the main one, the one with detail, that's from ASA. And then they don't have any update this year, so that should be stay the same.
Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, okay, so
Yes, we should be with the same, exactly. That's why we have 10th through 12th grade, so that it is exactly the same as like when we submit to the national, we have
Yeah.
exactly niche, we take certain niche because we fit into their rubrics, into their age, like division, everything. I also wanted to mention one thing because we was thinking like, because in the past, like Rodney was involved, in fact, Rodney, I think, brainstormed all of that, the poster competitions, right, for students. And it was enough just to invite, I don't know, 3 active schools, and each school will bring 25 students. So we would have 75 to 100 posters. But this is a little different event. It's a regional competition. So basically, schools already should hold it at the school level, maybe district level, and bring to us only the best of the best. So we're not really expecting, I mean, I personally do not expect to judge 100 posters there because it's a
Right.
competition. So we should keep it small. One is probably too little. Right? We just had to keep it quiet that we had only one submission, but like 7, 9, 10, up to 16, that's what we should normally see. So our goal should not be just, oh, let's advertise everywhere and bring everyone in, because those should be the best of the best. I mean,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
my, sorry.
Okay, so you mean the target is about like 10 to 16, right?
Yeah, 10 to 16, that's a normal number. Yeah, good number.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. And okay, I have already sent out the invitation. So when we get closer, like okay, early next year, I will uh, send a reminder. Okay. Uh, and so in April, then we will have the apply stack workshop, and I and Eric will work on that. But I want to highlight the this one, the traveling cost. Sorry, cost, not cost. And uh, we haven't decided which one, and everything look good. So I wish we can have all of them. Okay. And so later we'll use a Google form uh, to vote. However, I have a suggestion. So Okra suggest we each of us choose like first choice, second choice, and first choice. However, it's a bit uh, you know complicated. Yeah. So I think perhaps I suggest just vote for one, get one choice. Then it's easier to 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 see which one is most popular. Okay, what do you think?
It's actually a little bit more complicated because when we submit like the form, right? When we apply for the traveling course,
Yeah.
we have to give three choices because
Oh, I see, I see.
we might not be able to get our first choice. Like I remember one year we didn't get our first choice, we got our second choice. But we kind of learned to bypass that because what we do is with Orange County, with San Diego County, Orange
Yeah.
OC chapter, San Diego chapter, what we do is if we pick three best, basically some is our choice number one, another one that we want, we ask them to make their choice number one,
Mm,
and San Diego makes the third one, that their choice
mm,
number one.
mm.
So then potentially we can get all three.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
how we had been operating. But we have to have
Well,
really nice
yeah.
talking relationship with them too. But
Okay, I
I'm
see.
working on it right now. I have good relationship with everyone, with all
Okay,
chapters.
great. Yeah. Okay, so
Mm.
then okay, we have to like coordinate. Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
want
for
to like
coordinate, exactly.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
want to, even if they do it in person, you just have to drive to San Diego, but it's potentially possible.
You know what? I think we should avoid the in person. Otherwise, and yeah, okay, even within the same state, driving to San Diego.
Yeah, but if
Oh,
it should not be necessarily all online. We
yeah,
have been, again, some years we had
yeah,
held it all online,
yeah.
right?
Mm,
Some started in person.
mm,
This is another philosophical question because technically, if it's online, then anybody can join from any chapter, right?
yeah,
Anywhere around the world. And because we're paying $25 per attendee to ASA, uh, again, it's a ethical question. Do we pay
oh,
for
yeah,
like every attendant or only for SCASA members? But in general, I don't know. From my experience, it had not been a great attendance.
yeah,
Anyway, so any way we can improve the attendance, that's
mm,
great. Because I know
yeah,
for some chapters, it's really money-making event. They charge
mm,
attendees like $75, and for them, it's really money-making. People come
yes,
in droves, they're
mm,
willing to pay money, and it's really a big fundraiser for them. But for us, it's losing money. So that's something to think about.
yeah. So I think we can charge like a member fee, non-member in state, out state, or in LA, in city, out city. Yeah, I don't know. Just the brainstorming. Yeah.
Yeah. But in general, attendance had been low. Like we don't even get
Yeah.
like 20 people to attend nowadays.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. Uh, okay, so about the data first, and we just talked about that, so I don't need to repeat it. And I think, okay, that's all for what we will do in the upcoming year, 2026. And I will stop sharing. Uh,
Yeah, I just want to add also that this Biostat Symposium, January,
mm,
if I just give me 1 second, if
mm,
I can share that real quick.
mm,
Um, I just 1 second. Where is it? Over here. Yeah, Biostat Symposium, and that we don't pay any money. We
mm,
can have more presence. And they are actually interesting. They're doing something so that like chapters can mingle and some games just for,
mm, mm.
for chapters to um, kind of get maybe increase their membership. And also the one that you did not mention was Applied Statistics Workshop. So that's
Mm.
still wide open. We haven't even started doing it. If you
Yeah.
want to get on the organizing committee, or if you have suggestions for a fabulous speaker who is willing to come for free and not charge us for travel, right? So
Mm.
that would be really good.
Yeah, so we did something like that before. So once I think 3 years ago we invite okay, Amazon Web Service to talk about Amazon SageMaker, and
They didn't
it,
charge us royalties,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
No
yeah. So
travel.
I think we invite corporation, then the chance is higher. I mean, the chance that they do not charge because corporation want to promote their product. Why not? They can use our forum, our platform to promote Amazon Web Service, SaaSwire, IBM Watson. Yeah,
But they were also online. So if it's
yeah,
online, then it's we don't pay anything. And if they don't charge us royalty, then it's just zero cost.
yeah, yeah,
But
yes,
anyway, that's something
yeah.
to think about.
And so now my idea is that, well, given the trend, given what is happening in the world, maybe we'll want to do something like AI, okay, machine learning, and how to use AI to handle, how to use multimodal AI to handle unstructured data. We'll open our horizon. We go beyond number. So everything can be a part of data analysis. Yeah, now Gemini is so good. Yeah, now Gemini can really watch, can really watch YouTube video and then conduct natural language processing analysis to extract theme, concept, and uh, ChatGPT only read the transcript, but Google can really watch the video. This is amazing. Yeah,
Was
yeah. So
thinking, I was also thinking maybe we can just like change the format of the Applied Statistics workshop.
what change
Invite
what?
2 speakers, for example, for
Yeah.
3 hours here, 3 hours there. I don't know, but
Oh,
we can, I
yeah.
don't know. But
Yeah.
also
Okay.
during the lunch, it's the winner of the poster
Yeah.
contest presents, the student present.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a big deal too.
Yeah.
And it's humongous deal for the student.
Yeah. And I look forward to the book raffle.
Book raffle,
I
right?
want to win. I want to win.
So okay, so we can talk about it again just like a little bit later. I want to mention, so the last presentation is mine. I just want to say a few words about that District 6 vice chair. So I'm vice chair elect. My term starts on January 1st. And
Congratulations.
thank you, thank you. And I'll be there for 3 years. So I hope to make some changes in 3 years. Yesterday there was a mandatory orientation. They have 6 districts, you can see, right?
Mm.
What those districts are. We are actually, I didn't know that because it's 11 states, 15 chapters, and 9 student chapters. But I thought, because it also says that it's roughly 10 chapters per district, but it's not so. There was a, I don't know, I think when I paid my ASA dues for next year, they gave a little quiz, and the question was how many chapters are in ASA, and it turned out to be only 30. So basically, I'll be hovering over half of the chapters. So also, basically what's happening is, it's like this, I can do nothing like some of predecessors did. You just don't do anything. I think you're just required like mandatory communication 3 times a year. You have to email something to the like chapter boards. But and a lot of vice chairs, they are scrambling just to get hold of some chapters. Some chapters have to be dissolved. Like, for example, Snake River chapter, they dissolved it. It's on the border of Washington and Ohio. That's where Snake River is. And they just dissolved that chapter. Also, the Puget Sound, I think it's also getting dissolved. So I think my job is to get everyone excited and united, and and it's again, as Madeline, I think you put it in the chat, a good way to keep it all alive is to have a newsletter. So I'm planning to issue a newsletter quarterly, probably not monthly, definitely not monthly, maybe quarterly. And it's actually very interesting stuff. I started poking around. First of all, I kind of have context for 9 chapters out of 15. So I'm already kind of on top of things. But if we can create a little board of some activists and meet like once or twice a year to bounce ideas, but we can do actually a lot for those chapters, just because some of them don't even know about resources, but stuff like regional poster competition or DataFest, I mean, they can organize those things. Who are very active, I can tell you, it's in New Mexico, Los Alamos, National Labs, they're very active. Rodney is very active at Arizona, and Montana, there is actually super active people there. And it's actually very interesting stuff, because I was thinking that we can, it's like in these newsletters, we can have some good stuff going, because we can talk about, for example, I mean, the history of your chapter, like everyone would be, Madeline, you have a question, right?
I have a suggestion.
Okay.
If this quarterly newsletter is going to just the officers or everyone in all of those chapters, because what I was thinking is that you have the organization for making a newsletter, which is maybe half the battle. You could invite the chapters that don't have a newsletter to you give them a page or two in
Yeah.
your quarterly newsletter so that they get, just get some news going.
That's what I was thinking. The best way is just to make people put stuff in writing, and that will organize their thoughts, and they'll start looking at stuff in perspective, like from history to present to future. And so, yeah, so I will try to do it. I will do my best, basically. I'll do my best. And so I hope that people will write, because they still they get, like, for example, somebody would get outstanding service award for their chapter. They can write about that. They can write about all their events. I'll do my best to reach out to people. And also, like, for example, locally, like, what is the best, like, kind of the biggest application for a statistical field, like here, is probably like biostat and like biomedical devices. But in Montana, it's more like agriculture, horticulture. It's actually very interesting to listen to like how they talk about it. It's actually very cool stuff. Or just take Alaska. That would be what oil refineries and health of indigenous people. So it is actually super interesting. Just like, they don't even like realize how interesting they might be talking about like applications of statistics. So it's good stuff. I was also thinking that we can have maybe one event a year, just to sharing some, just like a few speakers to talk just about their everyday, applications of statistics. That would be really interesting to listen to. We was thinking also like on the topic of like continuing with game show. We can have something cool going for now at the District 6 level. By the way, District 6 is whoever I talk to, they immediately say that the only association is with the Hungry Games, District 6, which is not very cool, kind of. But I was thinking like maybe we should suggest changing the name of District 6 and Hungry Games. I looked it up. It was pretty much District 4, like Midwest. But anyway, from here on this map. So anyway, so if someone wants to have like a column, for example, I'm still thinking I had actually some template already ready, and then I lost those files. So I was thinking maybe that's for the best, because it makes me rethink this whole newsletter. If someone wants to have a column, just in general, it could be history of statistics. I want to have some kind of rubric like I have normal curvosaurus in my newsletter, in SCASA newsletter. So something that is like I mean, we can do some jokes and stuff, but I don't know. But I was looking for something like permanent rubrics, and maybe you want to have a column and write your ideas, Alex. Maybe you want to write about AI, have a column in that newsletter that goes in entire
okay.
District 6.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. I mean, people can participate, definitely, and it will definitely activate people if they can write something up, right? Write up their thoughts. So anyway, so Harold, you have something, suggestion, wise
Just a
advice.
comment. The Council of Chapters used to have a newsletter they put out called Chapter Chatter or something like
That
that.
chatter is still going, right? Right. Yeah, but that's different a little bit. That's just you write what you have done the past year, right?
But I also wanted to say that I think Dan Jeske was in that position when he got ASA to provide funds to chapters. And so I think while you're talking about your communication with chapters, you should also think about communication with ASA going
Oh, it's definitely. I'm
up the
trying.
line.
I'm like it's a fragile relationship that I have to build with ASA, and I'm working on it. But I think meanwhile we can just do our own thing because it doesn't hurt anyone. If we just do. I'm also like placing like a contest how to name a newsletter because I've gone through like voices of District 6 or something. It's just not coming out right inside
I think,
District 6.
getting resources from ASA is appreciated.
Yes, but it's actually interesting. Even like some chapters don't even know about the stimulus funds. We need to tell them that.
Something like the ghost of Far West chapters.
Something like that. The goal, yeah, exactly. Something like that. Yes, call them Far West. I don't want the District 6 to be in the name. But my secret goal is also to travel all of those. I mean, I've been to every state, definitely. But now I want to be to every county. That's I've been to about 1,000 counties, but there's 3,000 counties. So I need to travel some more. But it's also there's a visitation money, but would have to be invited. And also I have one more slide because that kind of brings us to like ponder things over. I just filled out. So basically To apply for traveling course, we have to fill out chapter report. That will be my job for the next 3 years to make sure chapters submit that chapter report. And I did that. And so, I mean, we're doing fine, seems like. But there are always a couple of questions they want us to answer. I didn't say anything, I think. I just wanted to be done. So these are the questions that they ask. So in what ways can the ASA offer your chapter better service or additional support? And another question, what issues or projects would you like to see addressed by the ASA or the Council of Chapters? So this is something we can, like, we need to think about. And now because we kind of inadvertently were becoming the headquarters of District 6, right? So we would have to think at the level of District 6, basically. Our strength, SCASA strength that we can share with others, and whatever challenges that gaps that we have, that we can ask for ASA support in, or I don't know. I mean, this is something to think about. I mean, we can definitely do stuff for other chapters and for ourselves, right? With game shows, with just what we do routinely, regional competitions, DataFest, and other stuff, traveling courses, apply statistics workshop. We can share it with others. What do we need? What do we need? What do we need help that we can potentially, if we reach out, that we can get help? Harold, wise advice from you?
I was a council of chapters rep for many years, and they would have these kind of questions and workshops where they worked with chapters and to share information, around tables at the annual at JSM. And I learned a few things too. I haven't put things down to tell you, but
yeah, because I think, like, say, if I'm on the board of a council board, if there's a chapter like, oh no, we're doing fine, we don't need anything from you, that's not good, right? I mean, we need to be able to say something meaningful.
Well, they should share why they're doing so fine with the rest of us.
Exactly. We need to be able to say something intelligently, like what we are doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it, why we think we're fabulous, and think of some needs too.
I think Dan Jeske should be a good resource for you as well. So reach out to him, Walter.
Hello, Olga.
Yes, Rebecca.
In terms of the newsletter, I know a lot of nonprofit chapters. I mean, different society. They put advertisement there. So, I mean, it can help us in something. I'm not sure it's allowed, or we just strictly present information only, or do we?
We can do anything, I think. We can advertise, maybe even job positions we can potentially advertise there. What if somebody wants to move to Montana? It's actually super interesting. It's how statisticians are employed in other states.
I think we have connections with Montana, don't we, Jessica?
Who do we know in Montana? I know there's some super active people there, like fabulously active.
Who are you thinking of, Harold? Stacy Hancock went there.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
She used to be on the faculty here. Yeah, she invited me to come there when I was ASA president. I went and gave a talk.
We'll get everyone on board. So
Right.
starting January 1st, everyone will be connected.
I don't have enough oh, sorry, Harold, did you have something to say before?
That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I feel like I'm kind of almost burnt out on writing at this point, but one thing that I am so intrigued by is this whole idea of statistical therapy, mainly because my work in the last year has primarily been if not doing this stuff in media, it's been stuff in mental health practice, and then incorporating these statistical tools and philosophies in evidence-based humanistic non-directive practices. And I always wanted to have this column called Ask Anna.
Perfect. Perfect. If you have a column, that would be fabulous.
But I'm just wondering, like, because I wouldn't want to advise people. I know I'm going to get a lot of criticism if I do it, and I'm not scared so much of criticism.
We will call it a controversial column.
The controversial column.
The
Yeah.
whole page of controversial stuff.
What if somebody's like on the brink of suicide and then I mean, it's serious.
Yeah, and you'll push them off.
And I said, well, statistically speaking, people might do better if they
But
are.
isn't that, Anna, isn't that what you do in your profession? You just put those people up there, cliff, all the time.
I have not had, to my knowledge, I have not had any casualties yet. So I'm very grateful for that. But usually it's just only a matter of time.
You know, sometimes you make a mistake and then lecturing, and then you say like, "Oh, thanks God, I'm not like a brain surgeon. This mistake is allowed, right? I can fix it."
Yeah, one time a student, she said, she said, I don't want to come to the final exam because it's too far for me to drive. And I said, but it's in person. We all have to come in person. Everybody else is asking not to come too. And so I said, no, I said, I can't make an exception for you. And so she said, you are the source of the worst misery in my life. And I just said, oh, no. I was like, I'm sorry. But yeah, so
So think about all these columns you want to have, basically, because comes January, I'll start putting together a newsletter, okay? So and I do want to have some permanent stuff, permanent rubrics there, but it's only like 12 issues we're talking about. It's 3 years of quarterly. So think of what you want to say in 12 issues.
Well, because for like me, I guess in order to get content, it would either have to have people writing in, or it would have to be my current clients who submit their consent to use their voices, which some of them do. I give a discounted price on clients who allow full research and full disclosure for filming and everything. So I could, I guess, use their.
Think about it. Yeah. You know, just also one more comment, because we have like 10 more minutes of discussion. Yeah, going back to our financial situation, we're talking about, say, have a scholarship to students. But you see, the only reasonable way to do it is to get $10,000, put it on CD, and live off the interest only, right? So make it an annuity and make a scholarship only from the interest. Then it's sustainable, then it makes sense. So I wouldn't put it in a risky market because you can just lose all the money, right? And it's not my money I'm losing, but just some kind of annuity. I mean, that's how the endowments work, right? It's not like people are not using the principal, they're using only the interest to create scholarships. So we can potentially do something like this, because that's been my long time kind of idea, is to have some kind of scholarship for students. Because I don't know if $300, $500 will go a long way. So anyway, so that's something for us to think about. I think every year we discuss that and then nothing gets done. But again, it's not that simple. Harold, I believe you said, was it you? Was it Neil who said that in chat? Harold, that was you, right? How things are handled with nonprofits. I saved this info. I'll look into it.
Neil has that.
Was it Neil or Harold?
Yes.
I think it says here Harold to everyone, no?
Oh, both of them could.
Both of them were discussing, yeah. Because Neil, you have a nonprofit. Maybe you can take the money and, invest it for us.
Doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't work that way. Well, you're probably the most experienced in the business and finance.
I'm thinking what you need is a bank that pays interest on your float, or have a minimum deposit, which would be easy for you to have at 10,000. So it's probably finding a better bank. Oh, Neil put something in the chat. What's that link there?
Okay. I know also Schools First, they offer really good deals for teachers and professors. So
Hello,
Yeah,
Olga.
Harold also had a link he provided to the Council on
yeah,
Nonprofits that kind of explains some of this.
I saved all of that. I'll be looking into it.
You know, they have suggestions for CDs and mutual funds and money market accounts, money market funds, treasury bills. So I wonder if ASA has certain restrictions besides what the feds
It's
have.
not, yeah, because you see, we're talking about like $10,000. It's not like $100,000 or
Right.
$500,000 or something. So it's small amount by all angles, basically. Because if it's less than 50,000, nobody even bothers. But it's
Hello,
still.
Olga.
Hi, Rebecca. You wanted to say something? Yeah, sorry.
I know Foothill, the credit union, it has an option. Something cash interest for checking account. What does it matter, nonprofit or something? Anyone can open that account. So the first $2,500 something, no, or the first 4,000 something. If people use the people have 10 transactions each month or something, they got interest like about 2% or something like that. It's a
We
regular
don't
checking
have,
account.
yeah, I don't think we have 10 transactions some months now. But I know that we are in Bank of America, and that's not a very good bank in a
My name
sense.
is Chong Ho Alex Yu. I am the current president.
Sorry, sorry,
Alex,
sorry,
you wanted
sorry.
to say
I just hit the wrong button.
Oh, no, that
You
was
wanted
my
to say-
fault. I went on to your page. Sorry, Alex.
So it's no, it's yeah. So Bank of America is not the best. It doesn't give you much interest. It gives us like 14 cents a month or something. So any like a better bank overall, I would be willing to reallocate the money and
Hello, Olga.
yeah.
Another option is outline the online account. If we don't put the CD or whatever, it still give people like right at this point. I mean, at this moment, it's about 3% percentage interest.
That's interesting.
Yeah, a regular account, no CD, nothing. I'm pretty sure about that because my sister have that account.
Okay, so well, give me the details. Like email me the details.
Yeah, we'll send you the link.
Yeah, it also might be good because I've been again raising the same question every year. I'm the only signer on the account. It would be good to have like a co-sign or something because I'm not gonna last forever. So it's yeah, I just don't want to have this responsibility. I mean, I'll be okay for next whatever n years, but eventually I want the people to take over.
Do we want to draft a new bylaw for the cosigner and separately for the interest-bearing account?
That would be interesting if we can do it. if we're allowed to do it. I think it's also another question that I think it's just like elephant in the room, and it's attracting new members, right? So that's what I don't know if ASA can help with that, right? But it's always if we attract more members and more active members and more people to join the board.
Well, that elephant is not in just SCASA's room. That's in the room of all these chapters that you as Mother Hen are inheriting. And I don't know what you're going to do with the ones that have been, what's the word, disenfranchised. Puget Sound, one of my friends up there died about 4 years ago. So ASA is just putting a nail on the coffin. But I'm guessing that you're going to find we look viable compared to that. So that, you know, the new members and in person versus Zoom and budget, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
You're probably the most active person that's taking on District 6. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. I will be trying. Yeah, because yesterday at that orientation, just people didn't have that sparkle in their eyes, honestly. They do staggered terms. So there were only 3 new vice chairs for like 3 districts, right? And then 3 were staying. But I just didn't see that sparkle, honestly. So I will do my best. I'll try. At least I'll try.
You will do it.
I'll be reaching out to people. I just didn't want to do it yet because, you know, Gail is in charge. I cannot just say like, hey, move. Now let me do stuff. Because that's her term, right? It's finishing. But she will send an like introductory email introducing me and just pass things to me, and then I'll take it from there. It's actually interesting because I was doing a coaching for math competitions, and now I will stop doing it so that I'll free some
Coaching
room.
chapters.
I will free some room to hover over other chapters. So
and another column that you might have is ideas for those chapters for events. And one idea, maybe Rob would let me draft him into writing a little blurb if they want to see about starting a DataFest in their area.
DataFest, poster regional competitions. I know Arizona has regional poster competition because they're on the national kind of level.
Yes, so Rodney would be a good coach for starting.
I have 9 contacts. Rodney's one of them, right? And no, I have actually more ideas. We can do like a book reviews. Madeline, you're actually good at that. Maybe you can have a column because we're talking about 12 issues. Book reviews or just book club. I also had a good idea. It's actually that Harold, that picture of you and Rodney, that the most recent one, right? Gave me an idea. We can have a competition for the best photo from recent event, so basically chapters can send photos whether they're staged or not, and we can display all of them and they have a little competition and the winner will get, I don't know, something. That would be interesting because that will make people not just hold events, but also think of a nice, like taking pictures during events and picking the best and sending to us. Something like this.
Yeah, generate engagement.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I mean, we can start and see how it go.
Yeah, seems like 3 years won't be enough. I'll have to run again, right? But it's, yeah, no, it's actually good. What is it? Could have a meeting at the Chinatown bargain. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they actually visited so many restaurants. I was so and I was envying, like when you read news where SCASA met, always a restaurant. So our time is up. I don't know, do we get enough food for thought?
Good job, Olga.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can continue this using email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Oh, really quick question. Olga, there's a button on the registering. Sorry, if this goes over for others, please feel free to go out. I just, there's one that consistently says, like, no cost. So I'm just wondering, is it still that somebody could register without having to pay for
what?
For a membership with SCASA on the website?
For what? For let me stop recording.
The last few times I've checked,